Eric Wilson here, independent licensed mechanic with 30 years of experience. In a short while, I'm going to show you the inside story on this 2018 Ford Escape so you can make yourself an informed decision. Coming in on the front right tire, definitely down. I'd say about 30%. Not out, but definitely down. Coming behind the front right tire, the first thing I want to point out, this is the right lower ball joint. This is tight, critical. It's the only thing that hold. It's one of the two things that hold the wheel to the chassis. This outer boot, this boot here, this is the outer CV boot. It's full of grease, and if it was ripped, you'd see grease all over the place. Important not to be, because it's what lubricates the axle going forward. On your brakes, you've got about, I'm at about 20,000 K left on your front brakes there. So down a bit, but definitely not out. This is your right outer tie rod. Now this is critical. It's the only thing that holds the wheel to the steering. It is tight. The right sway bar length connected from here up to and right up to there. That's important to be connected because that dampens the sway when you go around the corner. Okay, now looking for leaks. That's where I'm looking at right now. Just here's a vision. That's the oil pan in there. If it was leaking, you see it all around there. This is the tranny right here. If you see it leaking, you see it all around there. Good and dry. So no leaks on the driveway. Now, coming across to the front left tire, getting about, you're down to about 30 to 40% down, but definitely not out. Coming behind the left front tire, brake, about 30,000 K left in your brakes here. The left lower ball joint is tight. The left outer CV boot is good and dry. The left sway bar link connected from there up to there, intact, doing its job. The left outer tie rod is tight, and the left lower ball joint is tight. The left inner CV boot, see for yourself, good and dry on the left, and on the right, the left inner CV boot, good and dry. No cracks, no rips. So brake-wise, leak-wise, suspension-wise, I don't think anything of any concern so far. Now coming down, this part of your catalytic converter system now, nothing wrong with it. People reaching in are going cut, and you got yourself about $1,000 repair. If you buy the car, contact me, because you're going to get one of the three for free. It's the catalytic theft protection system, and that is free, my friend, if you buy. Now, following down on your exhaust, a little bit of surface rust, but no cracks, no breaks. Okay, so exhaust. Now coming to the rear right tire, same, about 40%, 30 to 40% tread, down but definitely not out. On your brakes, you've got about 30,000 K left on your rear brakes as well. Coming behind the right rear tire, first thing I want to point out, this is the right rear shock. Now it's full of oil. If it was leaking, you see it dripping all the way down there. That's good and dry. The right rear suspension, no cracks, no breaks. This is the right rear spring, the sway bar link connected from here to here, intact, doing its job. The right outer CV boot, good and dry. Right inner CV boot, good and dry. More importantly, that behind it, that's where the diff is, where it comes out of the diff, and if it was leaking, you see oil all around there. That is good and dry. So coming across to the left rear tire, about 30% tread on all season radio tires, and then your left sway bar link connected from here to here. Your left sway bar, your left spring suspension intact, doing its job. Your left shock, good and dry. Your left outer CV boot, good and dry. Your left inner CV boot, good and dry. More importantly, behind there, good and dry. So, brake-wise, leak-wise, suspension-wise, I'm not seeing any issues on the left rear. Your exhaust, muffler intact, no cracks, no breaks. Now, on the left rear front, this is the right front, the left front strut, I should say. Now, the spring suspension intact, no cracks, no breaks. More importantly, this is dry, because this is full of oil here, and if it was leaking, you see it dripping all the way down there. That is good and dry. So in the front left, no problems with your suspension. On the right front, again, your spring suspension, no cracks, no breaks. More importantly, your shock is full of oil and it's not leaking, so no issues with your right front suspension. Now, you've only got not even 100,000 K in this puppy. Wow, really, really low K. No cracks in your windshield. You do have a check engine light, and I've scanned the check the codes on the, I've scanned the codes on that check engine light there, and there's a number of codes that need to be dealt with. So I can't really go into all the explanation of it, but I just want you to be aware of that there is codes to be dealt with. So that you're aware of, and they need to be dealt with too at this time if you decide that you want to move ahead. Just that you're aware of it. Thank you. So I'll take out and show you the condition of the motor now. Now show the shot of the motor as it's running. Very, very smooth. Shot of the exhaust of the motor running. Very, very clean. Now, one thing I always do is I take off the oil cap and I take a look underneath it and see if there's any indication of white goo. Now, white goo would be a mixture of oil and antifreeze, and that is a big problem. Now, this, I don't see any indication of that because that would be a head gasket leak, and that's not the case. I am not hearing any issue with this motor run-wise, and as far as I can tell, it's running very well, very low K actually. Now the tires are down, and you do need to address the check engine lights. That's going to be a separate issue altogether. But that's my estimation of this vehicle. Hopefully it helps you make an informed decision. And remember, if you buy, contact me with the 3 for free, and I'll be happy to show you the inside story on any vehicle you want, because I am the Cowboy Mechanic and I do have your back. Thank you very much.